Obina, hidden behind a thick bush, caught a sight of a strange figure in the water. He couldn't see the face, only the back of the figure, and what looked like a tail swaying in the water. His heart raced, confused by what he was seeing. What kind of creature is that? He whispered, trying to make sense of it. He wasn't sure. It was Adora. How could it be? Suddenly, a sharp pain shot through his eyes. He cried out in agony, stumbling backward as his vision blurred. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between the hills, lived a girl named Adora. She was known far and wide for her beauty, her skin smooth as the evening sky, her eyes bright as the stars. But Adora carried a secret that only her mother and one friend knew. She had a tail, a long strange tail that grew longer each year. Her mother, Nedi, had discovered the tail when Adora was just a baby and had made sure to keep it hidden. You must never let anyone see it, her mother had warned. In this land, people with tails are cursed. They are seen as bad luck, and if anyone finds out, you will be banished. As Adora grew older, the tail became harder to hide. With each inch that her tail grew, so did her beauty. People could not stop staring at her, enchanted by her radiance. But inside, Adora was anxious, afraid that someone might discover her secret. Her only friend, Neka, had once caught a glimpse of the tail. When they were young, she had promised Adora never to speak a word about it. I swear, Adora, I'll never tell anyone, Neka had whispered with wide, fearful eyes. But Neka, though a loyal friend, secretly struggled with jealousy. She had loved Obina, the village hunter, for as long as she could remember. But Obina had eyes for only Adora. He often lingered by her home, offering her the freshest game, trying to make her smile. Adora, however, kept her distance from everyone, fearing someone might come too close and notice her tail. You should stay away from Obina. You could never be with him, even if you accepted his proposals, Neka would say, assuming to advise Adora. Why would she leave him alone? Neka would mutter to herself, anger bubbling beneath her skin. She loved Adora like a sister, but this love was poisoned by envy. One day, as Neka sat by the river, a thought crept into her mind. She knew Adora always battled by the river when no one was around. Her tail was always hidden under her clothes, but in the water, Adora allowed it to stretch freely. What if Obina were to see her there? Neka's heart raced with the thought of exposing Adora's secret. Maybe, just maybe, if Obina saw Adora's tail, he would turn away from her in disgust. And then he would finally notice Neka. Later that evening, Neka approached Obina. Obina, Adora has asked me to deliver a message to you. She asked me to tell you to meet her by the river at sunrise. She said it was very important. Obina did not bother asking any further questions. He knew Neka and Adora were like sisters. He thought to himself, maybe Adora wanted to give him a surprise. The next morning, as the sun began to rise, Adora went to the river, unaware of the plan that Neka had set in motion. The cool water wrapped around her as her tail stretched out, swaying gently beneath the surface. She sighed, feeling momentarily free from the weight of her secret. Little did she know Obina was approaching. As the golden sun peeked over the hills, casting soft light upon the river, Adora waded deeper into the water. Her tail, now long and graceful, flicked gently behind her, rippling the surface of the water. For a brief moment, she felt at peace. Here, alone at the river, she could truly be herself. She had no idea that Obinna was drawing closer. Obinna, hidden behind a thick bush, caught a sight of a strange figure in the water. He couldn't see the face, only the back of the figure, and what looked like a tail swaying in the water. His heart raced, confused by what he was seeing. What? What kind of creature is that? He whispered, trying to make sense of it. He wasn't sure it was Adora. How could it be? Suddenly, a sharp pain shot through his eyes. He cried out in agony, stumbling backward as his vision blurred. Ah, my eyes! I can't see! Obinna screamed, clutching his face. His vision had gone dark. He was struck with sudden blindness. Adora, hearing the scream, froze in the water. Her heart pounded in her chest. Who's there? She called out, alarmed. Quickly, she wrapped her clothes around her body, hiding her tail once more. Stepping out of the river, she saw Obinna on the ground, screaming in pain. Her heart sank. Had he seen her? Did he know? Obinna, Obinna, what happened? She asked, trying to sound calm as she approached him. Obinna turned his head toward the sound of her voice. His face contorted with pain. Adora, I can't see. I can't see. Something in the river. It must have been a creature. I looked at it and then my eyes, he gasped. His hands still pressed against his face. Adora swallowed hard, realizing that he hadn't recognized her in the water. Relief mixed with fear as she knelt beside him. Creature, I don't know what you are talking about. Obinna, I was just walking by and heard your scream. I didn't see anything in the river. Obinna groaned, his eyes still blinded. I saw something. It wasn't human. It had a tail. It cursed me. He cried, his voice filled with fear. Adora's heart raced, but she kept her expression steady. You must have been mistaken. Maybe the sun played tricks on your eyes. Let me take you back to the village. We need to find help. She gently guided him to his feet, her mind spinning. Obinna had no idea it was her in the water. For now, her secret was safe, but the blindness had shaken her deeply. What if he discovered and started asking questions? What if someone else discovered the truth? As she led him back to the village, Adora's heart was heavy with dread. Little did she know that Nneka was plotting, and the danger of her secret being exposed was far from over. Back in the village, whispers spread quickly about Obinna's sudden blindness. A creature from the river cursed him. The villagers said in harsh voices. Their fear raised. Obinna had been respected and admired, and now he was a broken man. His eyes clouded with darkness. No one knew how it happened, and Obinna himself was too shaken to describe exactly what he saw. Adora tried her best to stay calm, but inside she was in turmoil. Every time she saw Obinna, her heart twisted with guilt. She knew she was the creature he had seen in the water, but he had no idea it was her. For days, she avoided him and the growing rumors in the village, but her secret weighed heavily on her. Nneka's scheming had only just begun. Nneka was frustrated that her plan had not turned out as she hoped. She saw Obinna's blindness as an opportunity. He may not know what he saw, but I do, she thought bitterly. Adora is hiding something, and if I expose her, she will lose everything. One evening, Nneka visited Obinna at his home. I'm so sorry about your eyes, Obinna, she said softly, her voice laced with false sympathy. But I think I know who can help you. Obinna, sitting quietly with his head bowed, lifted his face towards her voice. Who? I'll do anything to see again. Nneka's eyes gleamed as she knelt beside him. Adora, she has a gift. She can heal you. But there's something about her that she's been hiding from everyone. If you confront her, maybe she will be forced to reveal the truth, and in doing so, she could heal you. Obinna frowned, confused. Adora, what do you mean? Nneka leaned. In her low voice, do you remember the creature you saw at the river? What if it wasn't just a creature? What if it was Adora? There are stories, Obinna, stories about people born with tails. They are cursed, yes, but some say they also have great powers. Obinna shook his head in disbelief. Adora, she would never. But Nneka's words planted a seed of doubt in his mind. If you don't believe me, confront her. Ask her why she was by the river that morning. Ask her what she's been hiding that night. Obinna could not sleep. His mind raced with Nneka's words. Could it be true? Could Adora have been the creature he saw in the water? And if she was, could she really help him? His heart was torn beneath the admiration he had for her and the fear that she had caused him. The next day, Obinna called for Adora. She arrived at his home, her heart pounding with anxiety. Obinna, I'm here. What's wrong? Obinna sat up, his voice low and serious. Adora, I need to ask you something. The day I lost my sight, were you at the river? Adora's heart skipped a beat. She tried to keep her voice steady. Yes, I was, but I didn't see anything strange. Why do you ask? Obinna leaned closer, his expression tense. Nneka told me something. She said you might have been the creature I saw in the water, that you have a secret you've been hiding from the village. Adora felt her blood turn cold. Nneka had betrayed her. She had no choice now. If Obinna kept pressing, her secret would be exposed, and the village would surely banish her. She tried to speak, but her voice faltered. Tell me the truth, Adora, Obinna insisted, his blind eyes searching for any sign of her reaction. Adora took a deep breath, her heart heavy with fear and shame. Obinna, she whispered, her voice trembling. I was the one you saw. Yes, it is true. I have a tail. Obinna's breath hitched, his face going pale. So it's true. Yes, Adora admitted, tears streaming down her face. But I didn't curse you, Obinna. I swear, I didn't mean for this to happen. My mother warned me to keep it a secret. People like me, we are seen as cursed. And if the village finds out, they'll banish me. I've been living in fear my whole life. For a moment, there was silence. Then, Obinna spoke, his voice softer than before. Adora, I don't know what to believe anymore, but I don't want to see you hurt. I won't tell anyone. But Nneka, she's dangerous. She was the one who led me to the river. Adora's heart sank further. Nneka, she's been trying to expose me. I thought she was my best friend, but I was wrong. Suddenly, the door creaked open, and Nneka stepped inside, her face twisted with anger. So, you finally told him the truth, Adora. She spat, her voice dripping with venom. I warned you to stay away from Obinna, but you didn't listen. Adora stood frozen, her hands trembling. Nneka, why are you doing this? We were friends. Friends? Nneka laughed bitterly. I loved Obinna, but he only saw you. And now, everyone will know what you are. Just as Nneka raised her voice to shout for the villagers, Obinna stood, his hands reaching out to stop her. Nneka, stop, he commanded, his voice filled with fury. You may have tried to turn me against Adora, but I won't let you destroy her. Nneka's face twisted with rage, but before she could respond, a strange glow began to emanate from Obinna's eyes. Adora and Nneka both stared, wide-eyed as his blindness began to fade. "I can see again," Obinna exclaimed. Blinking in disbelief, the darkness that had clouded his vision was gone, as though Adora's confession had lifted the curse. Nneka stumbled backward, her plan completely unraveling before her. "No, this can't be happening," she cried, before running from the house, humiliated and defeated. Adora stood in shock, barely unable to comprehend what had just happened. Obinna turned to her, his eyes now clear and full of understanding. "Adora, I don't care about your tale. You are the person I care about." Tears welled up in Adora's eyes, and she whispered, "Thank you, Obinna." But even as the two stood together, relieved that the truth had come to light, they knew the danger wasn't over. Nneka, filled with bitterness, would not rest until Adora's secret was known by all. Would you like to know what happened next? Will Adora's secret finally be exposed to the entire village? Or will she be forced to run away? Find out in the conclusive part of the story. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next chapter. Do well to give us a like, share, and drop a comment below. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think will happen next? Thank you all for watching, and see you in our next story.